What's up, fam? You're watching Mental Groove, and today we've got a Kevin Samuels clip that I've been meaning to check out. I don't know what's coming, but we're gonna find out together. If you're into honest reactions and real conversations, go ahead and like the video, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it.
Now, women got more credit for being in relationships than they do for being boss chicks. Understand something? Okay, you got to turn that off in the background. Many women
Oh,
this
that's my
boss
computer.
chick stuff, but when you ask them, well, that's not gonna. I can't have that. It's
I'm
background.
sorry,
Replay.
I couldn't get on.
Okay. Okay. How
Okay.
old are you? How old are you?
I'm 29 years old.
All right. So what are we talking about? The boss chick, side chick, or are we talking about cheating or exercising options? What are we doing?
I guess exercising options.
All right. What's the issue?
I'm just 29 years old. I guess I'm just kind of like working on life every day.
Exercising. Okay. Okay. Exercising options is okay. So something different. Are you single? Married? What?
I'm single.
Do you want to be? Do you want kids?
I have a 6-year-old.
And you're how old? 29.
I'm 29.
How long were you married to your ex-husband?
We were never married.
Mm.
We were
Why?
never married.
Do you want to be married?
I do.
Okay.
I didn't know at first, but now as I'm getting older,
You didn't know you wanted to be married at first before you had a kid?
I was just kind of young then. Well, not kind of young. I was just young and making like
You
decisions.
really weren't. You really weren't young.
I
No,
actually, okay, so
13,
I actually
15 is
didn't,
young.
I actually
Hold
didn't
on, man.
want
Hold on.
kids.
Oh, okay, okay. Please don't overtalk me.
Sorry.
15 is young. 23 is a fully grown adult.
Okay.
We got to start calling you ladies adults because young doesn't excuse it.
Mm.
So now you want to be married.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't
Okay.
want to be lonely.
I get it. You want any more kids?
I do. I want one more.
All right. So I always ask this question. After you're married and pregnant with your next child, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills?
I don't.
All
Like,
right.
I don't.
Okay. Hmm. And then what percentage of the overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime? So between you and the two kids and your husband, I mean, you got to make this money or else the family, you can't take it out. What percentage?
It's I would say maybe like I want to support my husband and
I get
support
it.
my husband, but I don't want to be like working hard. Like I feel like,
Okay.
me as the mother and as a wife and as a woman,
Okay,
God
but right,
created.
hold on, but you're doing all that right now. As a mother and all that other stuff, you're paying 100% of the financial load.
Right.
Right. So
And it's
don't.
hard.
Well, look, so but in one breath you say God did. God had an order too. So
Right.
you didn't do it God's way. So we can't say what God had intended.
Well, I'm
That,
saying I feel like God created man to be dominant,
he cre-
the woman to be.
he created. But let's stay on task. What percentage of the overall family financial load?
I don't want to say the wrong number,
I
but
just asked. You don't want to. You don't want to
maybe
have to.
like 20%.
So 20. Hello. So
Maybe
twenty
like
percent.
20%.
So so meaning so so do you want to if you lost your job or you decided to stop working, do you want the family to be significantly financially impacted in any way?
No.
Okay. So that's not 20%. That's even less. Hold on. That's like about around 10 to 5%.
Okay. Well,
What
10.
state do you live in?
I live in Houston, Texas.
Okay. So for a typical suburban middle class family of four, what kind of annual income would you need to have to live the kind of life you want to have?
A family of four
To live the kind of life you want, I mean, do you want to travel?
with me not working and with my husband working.
Well, let's. Do you want to travel?
Yes, I love traveling.
Do you want to travel internationally?
Yes, I'm from South America, so I want to
Okay.
always go see my
So
family.
do you want the kids to be able to go to college if they want to?
Yes.
And you want to have to pay for that from the mother and the father? Or
Like,
or do you want the kids to have to get to college debt?
no, I want to take care of my
Okay.
child's college
Okay.
expenses.
So in order to be able to live the kind of life you're talking about, be able to fund college, what kind of income do you think you would need annually?
For myself,
No, for four people.
I would say maybe like two, 300,000. If you want to live like
About three
regular,
hundred, about $300,000 a year.
yeah. If you want to live kind of regular,
And kind of regular.
I mean nice. If you want to live nice, like with
Yeah,
your family.
that's fine. How tall are you?
I'm
Hello.
5'6".
Are you on
I
your
don't know.
computer?
I'm 5'6".
I
No,
need you to, okay, man. Do me a favor. I need you to, I'm running the show. I need you to focus on the show, okay?
I'm focused.
Dress size?
Um, 8.
Okay. How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
170.
Um, last couple of questions. On a scale from 1 to 10, you can't use 7. What would you rank yourself? Fresh face, out of the shower, your natural hair, no makeup, just your face.
8,
Okay.
maybe 7, 8,
You can't use 7.
7, 8.
You can't use 7.
Oh,
So,
okay.
okay.
8.
So,
I mean,
okay. So, and if you want to pay 10%, that means a man has to make around $270,000 a year. You care if he's black or not?
no.
Is your child's father black?
He's Afro Latino.
Okay. What percentage of men of color then earn $250,000 or more?
I would think. I mean, now in this time and age, I don't know, maybe close to maybe like under 50%, maybe like between 40-50%.
Earn $250,000 or more?
Oh, 250,000. Oh, I would say maybe like 50%.
50%?
Yeah, maybe like
So,
50%.
every other man in Houston you meet makes $250,000.
Every other man.
That's 50%. So every other man you meet in Houston, every other man you see in Houston is making $250,000. They look like they're making that kind of money.
Maybe the men that I meet.
No, man, that's not what I asked you. I asked
Okay,
you,
no,
okay.
then no. I mean, if you want to be factual, no.
Well, I do want to be factual because it's important.
Then no.
Because if you honestly think that 40 to 50% of men make $250,000 or more, when the number is actually close to 1%, there's a problem.
Wow.
Have
Yes.
you ever dated your child's father in the 1% of earners?
No, he's not. He makes a good amount of money, but he's not like.
Does he make over 6 figures?
Yeah, he does.
Over 150?
He makes like probably about 150.
Why did he make that back when you guys were together?
Yeah, he did.
So why did you guys get married?
I don't know. After he kind of cheated, and after he cheated, I left him.
He kind of cheated?
Yeah. Well, not kind of did. He cheated, and after he cheated, I left him.
Well, in all fairness, man.
But I was younger.
It's okay. At almost 30 years old, right?
But now, I believe I was a man for that.
Well, I mean, but you're almost 30, right?
Yeah.
What do you think the percentage chances are that a woman who's 30, almost 30 years old with a 6-year-old would find a man who wants to marry her, and then she doesn't have to really work and can live a upper middle class, lower upper class lifestyle? What do you, out of 100%, what do you think the likelihood of that is?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know, but me speaking for myself personally, I don't think I've dated a lot, but I don't know. I think
You gotta give me a number. I mean, that's what you're banking on.
uh,
That's what you're banking on.
I'm gonna say 20%. I'm gonna say 20%, but I don't know. I don't.
You think it's above 20% or below 20%?
I think maybe below 20%.
Well, we're already talking about the top 1% of men. Okay. So that means 1 out of 100. And that man, we don't know how old he is, his race. We don't know if he's married or single, gay or straight. And you do what for a living again?
I have a small business.
Okay. What's that mean?
I am a permanent makeup artist.
Like eyebrows? And yeah. Okay. So you didn't go to college for that?
I did not.
So how often what's the likelihood of a woman who didn't go to college marrying a guy who is likely a college graduate or a very high earning businessman? This is what I do. I ask you these questions because the lives you want, you imagine these extravagant lifestyles that and if you don't find this man, you got to pay 100%. Are you getting child support?
Yeah, I am, but I didn't put him on child support. We put himself on child support.
Okay, that's fine. But the fact of the matter is, you got to fund 100% of your life. And see, this is what men love to ask women. And I'm going to ask you, why is it that you can work to pay 100% of your life today, but you think if getting a husband, you can sit on your ass and do nothing?
I don't think that.
Okay, sit at home and only do enough to cover 10 to 20%. Men still look at that as like, that's what the question men are asking. I ask the way men think.
But I don't think that. I don't think that. I mean, the thing is, I don't mind. Like,
don't mind, man, but you don't want to have to. You don't want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant. You really don't want to have to work. You don't want the stress. Okay, so effectively, no matter how you say it, today I gotta be a working single mother. But if I get married, I should live a life of luxury or ease. I should not have to work like this. It shouldn't have to be this hard. Why do you get that?
I think it's kind of like, I feel like whatever life you provide for yourself, then, you kind of want like a person to like come in and like match that. Or
so you're making $250,000 a year?
No.
Okay.
No, but I'm not making that amount, but I can still provide like good for myself and for my child.
Do you have savings and investments?
I do have savings. I save a lot.
Okay. So if you don't get married, God forbid you don't get married, and you reach 65 mandatory retirement, are you going to have your $2.4 million in cash?
Hell no.
So everything you're talking about, whatever you do, man, you're not making enough money.
Right. And that's facts.
So that's your reality. You may make money and you may do well, you're surviving, cool, whatever. But this is what men here. She's willing to live a life like this. But in order to get married, a man needs to come in and be in the top 1% of earners. And then she should not have to work. And what does he get? He gets a kid out of the deal. And he gets to be a stepfather to somebody else's kid. And all that extra responsibility.
It's not like that, though.
Ma'am, isn't like that, and you need to hear that. I'm telling you it's like that because that's what you just said. You see all these hearts? These are the men saying that's what it's like. Y'all don't seem to understand what y'all say. I'll be a single struggling, I'll be a single mother working hard by myself, but it's hard. But if I get a man, he needs to come in and make all this go away because I can do bad all by
But that's
myself.
not what I'm saying, though. That's what you are saying,
Ma'am,
Kevin. That is not what I'm
check that,
saying,
check that shit, check
sir.
that shit, check that shit.
Sir, that is
Check
not what I'm
that, check that
saying.
shit.
Because you're trying to
Check
speak for
that.
me.
No,
That's
no,
not what
no,
I'm
no, no, no. I'm
saying.
saying
That's
is
not what
that
I'm saying.
first off, don't overtalk me. Man, don't get mad. Don't get upset because
I'm not mad. I'm laughing because
you're
you're
laughing.
funny.
Well, no, what's funny
Like,
is
you're very funny.
no, what's funny is you thinking that $500,000 make $250,000. What's funny is women like you honestly thinking your reality is real. I don't think any of this is funny at all. I think it's fucking sad, honestly. And when you get upset when I'm sitting down going through the numbers, and I don't care if you don't like the way I put it, the math is the math. You said you don't want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant. Did you work while you were pregnant with your first child? Did you work to pay? Did you work to pay? Did you work? Did you answer my? No, you can answer my question. You can speak. Did you work when you were pregnant with your first child?
I did not.
Okay, go ahead.
I did not work.
Go
So
ahead.
I'm not saying that I want a man to come in and like take care of me. I like to work. I like to work just as hard. And I want to support my man as well. And at the end of the day, like me having a child, if a man chooses to come into my life and marry me with my child, that's his decision. That's because that's what he wanted to do, and that's just what we have agreed on. Like, yeah, I understand. Like, what man is gonna? I mean, not what man, but a man would prefer to, have a woman that does not have a child and, probably is doing this and probably can do this for herself, and why not? But I mean, I can do very good for myself, very well for myself, and like come into a man's life and provide a great lifestyle as well and be a good supportive woman towards my man without having to take so much from him. We can like do it together. Like, I'm not looking for no man to come and take care of me or nothing like that. Like, I'm gonna go
Okay,
through this as hard.
man. Okay, you're starting to repeat yourself, man. All that you just said, and I'm gonna go to a very simple thing: 10%. You and all the words you just said want to be responsible for 10% of $300,000. 10%. That ain't no damn support.
So what do you think?
10%. No, 10%. And you need to listen. You're responsible for 100% today. And you don't make that kind of money. You want a husband, and you want a husband to elevate your lifestyle. You don't want to keep the lifestyle. You want it to be elevated. You want to be able to travel internationally and visit your family and all this other kind of stuff.
We want to elevate each other's lifestyle.
But somebody has to pay for it.
But we can both pay for it, though.
You can't. You cannot. No, ma'am. Please. You can't if you're only responsible for 10%.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking. That's what all the men say. See, because what you don't, what ladies like you don't like to hear is what are you bringing to the table that is so special that a man needs to pay such a high price for? You're talking about 1 out of 100 men. Do you know the amount of women that want that man? You know what the competition is at your age with a child? It is exceedingly rare. This is why I said this whole thing at the beginning. I wish everybody's trying to sing Sierra's prayer, looking for Russell Wilson. Why can't you just get an average man?
Yeah, and that's fine with me too. An average.
How much is an average man? How much is an average man? How much does an average man earn in this country?
I would I would say it just depends. Like,
No, it doesn't.
I mean,
that number is the same. It doesn't depend. That number is the same. What does an average man in this country earn?
So what is an average man?
Ma'am, based upon earnings.
I would say maybe between like 70 to 100,000.
And this is why men are leaving women like alone. Because this what, man, due respect, you just said you thought 50% of men made $250,000 more when you don't make that.
I mean,
Stop,
could
stop,
be wrong.
stop. You're very
I'm just
wrong.
coming up with
Stop,
numbers at the
but you pulling, and that's the problem. You're a 30-year-old woman with a child, and you're pulling numbers out of the air like a kid. You should know this stuff because these are the men that you're going to have to deal with if you want to get what it is you say you want. The average man in this country, the average black man in this country earns right at $41,000 a year. The average white man earns 52. And you're saying 70, listen, you're saying 70 to 100, split the difference, that's 85. That is the top 15% of men. So this is the problem. Women like yourself go out to the world thinking that men are making all this damn money, and when you find a man who is an average man, then their money ain't enough. Then you think you should get a man over here, and these men over here who are making the top 15% of men, they don't want men with pre-made families. They want to make their own. Because they know they're in demand.
50,000. So I guess I'm an average lady. So I need to look for the same thing.
You're a baby mama, yeah.
Okay.
You're a baby mama with a permanent makeup business. No disrespect, but that's not. You're not going to be up for the Nobel Peace Prize. What makes you special other than you're cute?
Nobody said that.
That's my point.
Man, that's
my point. So
I
am saying that an average man is only in this generation, an average man is an insult. And 50, 70 years ago, pretty women, cute women, but with average, hardworking factory men every day. Mm-hmm. But today, women who are adjustable sixes, I give you an adjustable six. That's cute to pretty. But you got to knock off something for the kid and the weight, but still adjustable six. Six adjustable six. Y'all, you ladies, not just you, but women seem to think as they get older and more experienced that their value increases, and it decreases.
It decreases. And I understand that.
So, if your child's father, you said you could give it him because he cheated, okay. But if he was earning the kind of money you're talking about, I've said it before and I'll say it again, you don't tend to get higher than your baby daddy. Now, would you honestly date a man who was making $25 an hour or $21 an hour?
I personally wouldn't, because I make more than that. So I wouldn't want that. You know, it's nothing wrong with that. It's not like, I'm shutting that down for anybody else. It's just like for me personally, because, I do make, I'm not, I'm able to.
This is why I have zero sympathy for women like you who will find yourself at the end of life out of money. I hope you find a bench or a nice tent to live in.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. What happens to people in life when they have no
somebody though?
Well, I'll tell you what. Excuse me. I'll tell you. I would tell you.
Why no? Excuse me.
Don't fucking talk. This is what I'm telling you. Because your stupid ass thinks you're better than you are. That's why. I'm tired of you average ass basic baby mamas think you can take a shit on average men because you can tattoo some eyebrows on somebody's head. Lazy broad, laying on your back. Talk about it's not good enough for me. I earn more than that. You're a permanent makeup artist. Talking like you Are you going to have your money for retirement? No. All right. Then who's going to pay for it? My unfortunate ass child. That's my retirement plan. So, just like men, if a man was as reckless as you are, man, and said, nope, I'm not going to make enough to retire on, uh-uh. And you were ignorant enough to try to go through this life from here to there by yourself, living at your means, you get what the outcome you got. That's why I said, I don't hope they bail you ladies out. They don't bail the men out. When men run out of money, they go to the street.
She's 29, a single mother with a 6-year-old, says she's just working on life, owns a small business doing permanent makeup, and now suddenly wants to get married. She didn't want marriage before. She was just a young girl doing her own thing. Now, she's looking for a husband, only wants one more child, says she doesn't want to die alone. Ma'am, you already made legacy decisions without a legacy, man, and now that reality is hitting, now that time is ticking, you want to circle back to the table like you're still the prize? That's not how this works. When you were younger, carefree, and had options, you didn't value commitment. You chose the fun, chose the freedom, and made a baby with someone who clearly wasn't your future. That's not being a young girl, and that's being irresponsible. And now that you're 29 with a child, you want a man to pick up the tab on your maturity? Want him to come in, build with you, provide, protect, and raise another man's seed? Let's be honest. You're a small business owner, not a wife. You've been building your brand, but you haven't built yourself into a partner. Where's your cooperation, your submission, your peace? A man doesn't care about your hustle if you bring an attitude, a child, and delayed femininity to the table. And here's what's even more troubling. You say you only want one more child, like you're in a position to set the terms. Sis, you don't have leverage. The man you want now has choices, and most of those don't involve a working on herself baby mama at 29 trying to secure companionship out of fear of dying alone. Marriage isn't a reward for hitting rock bottom. It's a result of preparation, peace, and timing. And unfortunately, you passed your prime years doing the opposite. It's not too late, but the market won't give you what it gave your younger self. The question is, are you ready to accept that?